It was just the other day that I was driving with my family in the car through the Blue Ridge Parkway. If you're not familiar with it, it's a road that goes through the Blue Ridge Mountains, and my family stopped at one of the overlooks. To my surprise, the mountains I was so familiar with had suburbs placed all around. This caught me by surprise because this once beautiful area now overlooked a suburb. I would like to quote a blog post containing 77 quotes about the beauty of mountains. It states mountains have inspired countless writers, poets, adventurers, and nature lovers to capture their awe inspiring beauty into words. Now, I find this to relate to mountains, for it's hard to actually put into words why these areas are so beautiful. And I seek to do that. The beauty actually gives me personal motivation. The problem lies with this urbanization of these natural areas, taking away something that makes mountains beautiful. Many people find mountains to be beautiful. This is straight a fact. Those reasons that make mountains beautiful are being taken away, and that taking away of this beauty gives me motivation and gives me personal motivation to continue working towards something. And I hope in time that I will protect this area, protect this beauty within my lifetime, meaning I will do anything I am able to do to do so, just so other people can experience the same thing I experience. So, what factors play into the beauty of mountains? It is no doubt that when someone sees a mountain, the first thing that they see is the life that lives there. The plants that make up this area, seeming like almost like hair coating the outside of these mountains, to even the animals that call it their home. Uh, I think we all find it beautiful, especially those pictures of bears or deer drinking in front of the Rockies. Those rare interactions remind you that life is beautiful. Another thing that I think we can all agree on is the size of them. Mountains are giant and help remind us of how small we really are. I know when I go to these mountains, I constantly forget about all my problems with school and think more on a smaller level. I know for me, especially when I'm there with my buddies, I think of more abstract concepts rather than just the new popular thing, relating to almost higher powers. A part of what makes us think about this existence on Earth is the natural aspect of these regions. To understand that the size and the grandness of these areas are natural is wild, and humans haven't had any action put into these areas. If you look here, we can see how these mountains are created through continental crust and convergence pushing up these areas. With mountains being so unattached from society and being created by themselves, it creates this almost tranquil area. That tranquility gives these mountains and these areas beauty. Almost everything that gives a reason to find mountains beautiful is in danger, partially due to the deforestation of these areas, removing the natural aspects. Honestly, taking away the first thing I see when looking at a mountain, I think what anybody sees when they look at a mountain, which is trees. The coating of these areas, it's almost like shaving Fabio bald. If you look at the image presented to you, we can see the mountains almost being split, and it gives this almost unnatural feeling to a natural area. And personally, I do not find that attractive. I don't find that pleasurable to view. In a way, it's taking away the life that these mountains breathe. According to Global Forest Watch, about 39% of all tree cover loss is lost between 2001 and 2005. 39% over 24 years. As well as terraforming or mining. removing this naturalness in the same way, done by bringing back society into a natural environment that just seems unnatural. Yet again, presented with another image of mining to an area, it's taking away the beauty and the naturalness shown in these areas. And with this urbanization also comes pollution, sound pollution, light pollution, emissions, all prevent certain aspects of mountains. Light pollution and smog prevent the access to stars. Image shown on your screen is the number 3, which is how most Virginia mountains look, which is a royal sky where we can see so much of the night sky. Introducing these areas bring it back to a 5 to maybe even 7, which takes away over 70% of visible stars, taking away the weight that these areas have. And imagine sound pollution as well, with streets and bustling highways. I don't think anybody wants to listen to a F-150 blasting Luke Combs. I would rather much hear a babbling creek and some songbirds singing. Now, this is where this gives me personal motivation. To make sure that these mountain ranges are safe from these changes, I seek to protect them. My biggest dream, ever since I was a kid, was protecting these mountain ranges from this urbanization. I want to be the reason why mountain ranges can continue to be beautiful. I want to be the reason why trees and butterflies are allowed to exist and breathe and interact with their environment. And in order to do this, I seek to become an environmental lawyer. I want to be an environmental lawyer to make sure I can protect these areas from ill practices of companies, ill practices seen with the mining, anything to prevent these areas from being taken and stripped away from being enjoyed the same way I enjoy them. In the meantime, I seek to do what I can by cleaning up the trails and hiking them to make sure that I am keeping these areas as beautiful as possible, as well as volunteering in these mountain ranges. I find that to be wildly interactive, and it gives me personal motivation because it reminds me of my dream, my goal of preventing these mountain ranges from being taken away. So, in conclusion, I really do find mountains to be the most beautiful areas on earth, and I feel that most people can also admire their beauty. And due to that, I want to protect these regions with anything I can and do anything I can to make sure that within my lifetime, I have done what I can. Anything to fulfill my dream of defending these mountain ranges. And that personally gives me enough fulfillment that no matter what I can do, I seek to strive towards making that dream a reality. Thank you.